When I ask clients, what does it cost them to live every month? Something I call their monthly burn rate. 9 out of 10 people cannot tell me how much it costs themselves to live. Uh, and I don't know if it's always been that way, but it's been that way ever since I've been doing this. And what's funny is that let's suppose someone makes $300,000 a year. That's $25,000 a month. Let's suppose their net after-tax income is $20,000. I'll ask them, I'll say, "Oh, how much does it cost you to live?" And they'll say, "Oh, it's 12 grand." I'm like, "Oh, great, you're saving $8,000 a month." They'll be like, "No, you have $96,000 in the bank from saving last year, right?" And they're like, "No," because their guess is merely a guess. They have no idea. And so expenses rise to meet income. And it's very important that we create a cash flow system that allows us to save in a systematic way and deploy capital to places where it will grow. And I find this is probably one of the most powerful things that I do for clients because no one's doing it. I can mathematically show how the rate of savings is more important than the rate of return on investments, but investments are sexier than savings. And so no one wants to talk about it. But when we actually structure cash flow the right way, it can help someone really turn the Titanic of their finances around and have them going the right way. And I've just seen tremendous success doing it.
Yeah, if you picture your typical dentist that's coming out nowadays with $400,000 in debt, and then they want to potentially open up a practice after a year or two, then get married, then buy a house. I mean, we're talking
Well,
significant amount of debt.
live the dentist lifestyle. We're gonna have 2 Teslas and make sure we go to Vail 3 times a year. So, which, hey, I don't care. Go to Vail 3 times a year. Go buy 2 Teslas. It doesn't matter to me, as long as you're saving first.
Now, is saving? Does this involve just being really, I would say, tight with your spending? Find out what's important to you. Factor in maybe a vacation or two. Do you get into all that with the dentist?
So I might call that what you're describing is I'm going to call that scarcity budgeting. I don't think what I call spreadsheet budgeting, I don't think it works unless you're an engineer. So if you're an engineer, maybe it does work. But quite frankly, I don't care what you spend your money on as long as you save enough. And typically, if you're doing pretty well, there's likely enough money to be saved and do what you want. But if all your money goes into a checking account, it's going to get spent. I speak from experience myself. And so we have to have an idea, just like you have an idea, you have a bookkeeper more than likely with your practice, you look at the books, we need to have something quasi similar for our cash flow personally. And I'm not trying to get as granular as that by any stretch of the imagination. I'm just restructuring cash flow where it changes the way cash flow operates. And the success I've seen has been nothing short of fantastic.